In today's SWE Ramble video, I want to touch on an interesting and potentially worrying trend that I've noticed at Meta recently. If we remember back to 2024, Mark Zuckerberg was talking about how AI is going to replace mid-level engineers and how a growing number of code will be authored by AI. Upon hearing this news, many people in the tech community, myself included, were quick to dismiss this as more clickbait than actual reality. The thought that you can just phase out engineers and replace them with AI that hallucinates more than a 60s hippie on LSD, well, it was quite laughable. But we're almost through the first half of 2025, and I wanted to return to this topic and share some more thoughts and observations that I've been making while at work. Perhaps this is some tinfoil hat stuff and I'm way out of touch with reality, but hey, that's what these Ramble videos are for. I like to play it a little bit fast and loose, so why not speak on some of the trends I've been noticing recently. Before we do, just kindly asking you to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hoping to reach 30,000 subscribers soon, and it would be really great if you could help me reach that milestone. Alright, that's enough of that, let's get into the video. So what exactly have I been noticing recently that's got me alarmed? Well, throughout the course of the year, there's been a consistent push from leadership to get engineers to write more and more of their code using AI. Now, this takes many forms. Encouraging us to use AI chatbots to help answer basic coding questions, encouraging us to use the AI agent inside of VS Code and prompt it to generate code for you, encouraging us to use AI for auto-generating things like write-ups and summaries for documents, interview, feedback, etc. On the surface, it might seem like a pretty innocent thing, right? AI definitely does make certain tasks faster and easier, so why not use it? If you can save 15 minutes scrolling Stack Overflow, well, just ask the AI agent. Go ahead. And I agree, there's definitely lots of use cases where AI can definitely help us move faster, code more efficiently, and create more output. It's not really this that's raising my eyebrows, though. It's the level that it's being pushed and how much of an effort there is to increase the adoption. It really seems that over the past few months, more and more high-level directors and VPs are trying to get engineers to adopt AI into their workflow. Use these tools. Try this. Try that. Incorporate it into your coding workflow, please. Dog food these products. There's dashboards being set up to track all of this information, what percentage of engineers are using X feature, what percentage of diffs are fully AI generated, what proportion of fully AI generated code is accepted during code review, and so on and so forth. There's definitely a real push across many different orgs in the company to do this. And there's also some directive being given from the top to increase the adoption of AI. Now, what this means for us as engineers varies. Let's look at this from 3 different angles and maybe try to make some sense of this. The first and probably most straightforward is that the data's in, and it's a definite truth that using AI makes engineers more efficient and allows them to pump out more code. Knowing this, the management are definitely going to try to squeeze as much as they can out of us because ultimately it's going to mean that engineers can get more done, they can ship more products, they can do it faster, and ultimately the company will make more money. Win-win. I think most people can recognize and probably sympathize with this level of thinking, and I definitely think this is true to a certain degree. I've had my work be simplified by using AI mainly to handle those annoying pieces of code where I just always seemingly forget how to do it. It's not really great for actually learning how to do it, but it is what it is. The second angle I'm looking at this is more from the career optimization standpoint. There's this new hot thing, and that's AI. Everyone's talking about it, everyone is interested in it, it's a greenfield space, and what this means is that there's a lot of opportunity here to capitalize in on this AI buzz. Given that the higher management really want to push AI, there's a huge incentive for people all across the reporting chain to try and get a piece of this pie. If they can come up with some work stream or some initiative, make it sound really fancy and scientific by slapping some AI buzzwords and setting up some usage dashboards, well, if it kicks off, bam, you've just secured your promotion and a fat bonus. I've been around at Meta long enough to recognize these sorts of behaviors, and this AI craze has just put that into overdrive. The amount of senior engineers and managers who are leading, let's be honest, bullshit initiatives and projects just to be seen to be doing something on the AI front is just off the charts. It seems like everyone is chomping at the bit to try and get in on the action because this is where the company is going to hand out promotions and money to those who can actually pull something off. So you have large swaths of people trying to cram AI into places where it just doesn't belong. Slapping AI on projects where it has absolutely no place, and then trying to spin some BS success story about how some random metric no one cared about 5 minutes ago now went up 20%, and it's the coolest thing ever. By the time anyone realizes it was all just smoke and mirrors, the person responsible will have already been promoted and they're going to be spending their bonus on a new Rolex or a Tesla. Unfortunately, that's just how it goes at mega corporations like Meta. The amount of these fake projects or circus acts made to just look good with no substance is unfortunately quite high. And for those lower down on the reporting chain, well, you just get dragged into whichever direction the higher ups make you go, regardless of whether it actually bears any fruit. But that's just life, I guess. If Uncle Zuck is handing out the big bucks, might as well get in on the action. So the last angle I'm thinking about this from is from a bit of a cynical and tinfoil hat one. Maybe this is all just paranoia and catastrophizing, but whatever, negativity gets clicks, so let's discuss. When I see all of these pushes to make AI bigger and bigger, I can't just help but think how this is going to screw us over. And there's two ways I see this coming. One, we become so dependent on AI that we actually just forget how to do our jobs. If we keep using AI to generate code for us, then you lose the ability to problem solve and come up with solutions on your own. The muscle memory of doing something just ends up evaporating. And if you've ever seen some of the terrible code AI can generate, you'll know that trying to rely on it to solve problems for you is generally a bad idea. It seems like engineers are just going to get dumber and dumber, losing the ability to come up with solutions because they're just so dependent on the AI agent doing it for them. The more senior people will have less of an issue with this because of the many, many years they've already spent coding the old-fashioned way. But for new grads and juniors who, since entering the industry, may have only been using AI to code, then their brains are just not as developed in terms of the muscle memory it takes to just solve problems over and over again. It will only really end in disaster. I've started seeing so much code from coworkers working with technologies and frameworks they just have no idea about. And then in code review, when you ask questions to them as to why they made a particular decision, the reason is usually the same. Oh, whoops, Vibe coded it using AI. My bad, let me fix that. Humans are naturally going to take the path of least resistance, and if you offer people the opportunity to skip all of the troubles and tribulations of getting good at something and instead letting an AI do it for you, then most people really have no problem doing that. The result, however, is terrible code and a ticking time bomb in the code base that some poor senior engineer down the line who actually knows what they're doing has to now untangle. And as I mentioned, I see this a lot with junior engineers. A lot of them have come into the industry as AI was taking off and now have no critical thinking skills or knowledge of the frameworks they're actually using. They allow AI to generate the code for them, and they lose the ability to think critically about problems. In the short term, they can probably get by, but the longer it goes on, the bigger hole they will dig for themselves. Fast code comes with slow problems. Now, the second area that this whole AI craze has me worried about is with all of the usage of AI, the bar for what an engineer has to deliver will go up. The expectations will slowly creep higher and higher as leadership expects more and more, faster and faster. The only way to achieve this will be to just let AI write more of the code for you. As we all know, this can only set things up for disaster. Ever since layoffs first kicked off in 2022, everyone I speak to internally seems to point to the same trend. The screws are being tightened. Just getting by is getting harder and harder. It really seems like slowly the air is just being sucked out of the system. Things aren't really the same as they were before, and with all this AI, it just seems to be getting worse. Leadership is expecting more and more output from the engineers. Tighter deadlines, faster output, more impact. It might just get to a point where, whether you want to or not, you're forced to use AI just to keep up and just to hit minimum expectations. Luckily, we're not there yet, but you can bet your bottom that whatever they can squeeze from us, they will, no matter how unrealistic it is. With these higher expectations, and the more unrealistic they get, surviving as a SWE will just become more and more difficult. Companies will start churning through employees every year with a fresh batch ready to take their spot. There's already been a trend in decreasing the overall salaries, especially at Meta. I regularly speak with people who have received new offers, and the numbers are trending downwards. Internally, our yearly refresher amounts have also gone down, and yearly salary increases, well, let's just be honest, they're laughable compared to inflation figures. But ultimately, as I've said before, we're just employee IDs in a database. The top leadership really couldn't care less about 99% of our employees. And, well, the top performers, they're always going to be the ones rewarded with the big stock grants and bonuses, while the rest toil away, churning and burning. I think we've certainly peaked and gone past the golden years at Meta. We truly are now a big mega corporation. And with all of that comes all the big problems of being a big corporation. Maybe some offices still retain that original meta culture that, captivated so many people. Or maybe I've just lost the spark that I had when I was younger to burn the candle on both ends. Who knows? All I know is that things have definitely changed and not for the better, and that trend is definitely continuing. AI is here to stay, and it's definitely shaking up the industry, but so far I'm not quite optimistic it will be for the better in the long term. As with all things, I unfortunately don't have a crystal ball, so we'll have to wait and see. Alright, I think that's a good place to leave it. Hope you enjoyed this latest Ramble video. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on the matter and what trends you're noticing in the industry when it comes to AI. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and I will see you in the next one.